because we get to practice. Here's some smudging for you, smudging for you. Yeah. We get to practice more with our authenticity and our integrity, and I am so excited to do that today. I'm coming to you from the space outside. You can see my tiny little Stonehenge back there, my little walking staves and whatnot. We are currently in the middle of, right next to where my fire pit is, where we do fire ceremony, and we just bring in a lot of different energies, meditate on the present, try and just help to move energies around. So I felt that it was appropriate today. And I also, outdoors, yes. Had to bring my drum outside. I love the sound of this guy when it's outside and not indoors. Hopefully that's not making your speakers go crazy. Just feeling into it. I love it today. I'll probably be doing a little bit more drumming a little bit later just to move some more energies around, but I figured this would be the best space to talk about this, going deeper, because it's all about cycles and transformations. We've been leading you into that very smoothly with easy assignments. I know we've had some doozies, but they're all very simple in comparison to today's assignment. So today's assignment is super powerful in that we are being asked to redo or go deeper into gratitude and integrity. And what I mean by this is to be completely present of what you're doing with your intentions of the moment. So as you're going throughout your day, let's see if you are able to stay totally present with the emotional intention of creating what you're creating, interacting with who you're interacting. How else could I describe this? You could describe this as being intentional with gratitude, with aligning with love. That's a little bit different, but that is part of this assignment too. An example for this would be, my intention for cooking for the family is that we all feel completely nourished, right? Or just my intention for cooking is that I become nourished. And so in that space, what does it look like when you're cutting vegetables, when you're cutting the ingredients, when you're adding spices? Are you able to actively go, yes, I'm adding this spice because I want this type of experience? And in that space, you have an emotional investment in creating an outcome for this meal for everyone involved. Am I being present to understand where these ingredients came from, right? So there's a little bit of gratitude in that scenario. Further, the other day I kind of talked about how I am able to recognize when I'm not being centered, so to speak, when I'm not being completely present with myself, and I'm able to notice that just through my handwriting. So when I'm writing something, if I don't believe in the word that I'm writing, it doesn't come out and it looks sloppy. And so I will rewrite it and go, wait, my heart wasn't present for that one. Let me do that again. I'm out here as well because when I build a fire, I purposefully thank and bless every single item that I'm going to burn, whether it be wood, leaf litter, little things to get it going, or big pieces. And I thank everything for going in. And I have the wish that everything help in the transformation of wisdom into knowledge, or knowledge into wisdom, or the release of various things. So I'm thanking all of the ingredients of this fire for helping that come forward. So I'm going with an emotional intention. So the reason why this is important is because the universe looks at our intentions on how we're showing up and the alignment of our emotions with how present and authentic we're allowed to be in that space. So maybe you're at work and in your job, you are part of, let's say, the service industry. And what does it mean for you to go and be in service to people who come to your tables? Are you able to be like, yes, I'm here because I want to provide an amazing experience? Or are you checked out and you're just like, I just need a paycheck and I need to get the hell out of here? So this is the time. That's a really good example, a very applicable one with our jobs. I remember when I had my previous life for 17 years. For some reason, when I was working, I would always suffer if I couldn't bring my full self forward, because I always wanted to be in that loving service to people. And so there was a time in which I recognized that I couldn't do a certain task and be in alignment with my heart center. And so I was like, wait a minute, I need to redefine what I'm doing here, because in the space, I couldn't treat everybody the same. And it had to do with programming that was up in my brain. And so I stepped out of that space until I could come back to it and love every single person that I was able to be in service to. So that's just an example of going back so that you can go forward, going into yourself so that you can discover how to do something like that. And in my instance, I was a cashier, and I always wanted to just be just to help people smile and help them get through get their things and leave with a smile, and so it wasn't stressful or anything of that nature, especially to respect their time. And when people would come through that I thought perhaps wouldn't, let's just say, treat everybody with respect, I had a hard time with that. And I was like, wow, I'm going to judge right now. I'm going to judge this person because I feel that they can't treat every single person with the same respect that everybody deserves. And so I'm not going to divulge any details in that space, because I don't want to bring it back to the company or anything of that nature. But in that space, it was a beautiful time, and I learned a lot about being able to show up for every single person, no matter where your background was from. So that being said, what else can I say in this space? How else can I go in this? So when we are in the space of being in service, we've already talked about integrity and being authentic. And so when you're in your job, when you're in your service, your universal service, your current life assignment, whatever that would be, how can you more fully show the universe that you are in service, in loving service, and you're in the flow of providing for whoever comes to you, because they're only coming to you because they need to. You guys, it's a contract of mythic proportions that we don't really need to pay attention to or understand why it happens, but we do need to understand that whoever crosses my path, there is synchronicity. We are here to learn something, impart something, whatever that would be, absorb, or to be able to be a role model of something. And so when you're in alignment with your authenticity, the universe utilizes you far more than when it's confused about your actions. And so an example would be like, I have this job, but for some reason I'm not putting my heart and soul into it, whatever that would look like for you. And so the universe goes, well, I thought that you wanted to do this, so I was going to try to make it meaningful for you, but you don't like what you're doing, so I'm just going to go ahead and fulfill that same request. That's a big one. So if you reorient and you say, I am totally in service of doing X, Y, and Z, of supplying these customers with a great experience, of making sure that everybody, let's just say, feels connected and heard. Like, let's say if you're in the service industry and you're waiting tables, or you're a chef, maybe you run a restaurant, and you have a feel about what type of experience every customer is supposed to have as they come through your door. They are looking for you, for your authenticity, for your heartfelt dedication to every moment that you're participating in. So, as a business owner or as an employee of a business, how can you get into right alignment with the people and the things that the universe is sending your way? And also, how do you get into alignment with where the universe is sending you? So if you realize that you're on a growth phase, then where are you supposed to go for your growth? Notice that everything comes to you. If you already have not done this, I'm surprised I didn't put this in an earlier video. If you have not already deleted the word coincidence from your vocabulary, do it right now. And you could actually post about that. Say, oh, I used to believe in coincidence, or I do, and you could try to justify it. But the universe and life is here for you, with you, through you, and because of that, synchronicity is abundant. And so the emotional state is the main driver of how things will align with you. So if you are outside of an alignment with your authenticity and your emotional state, redo it and come back to present, okay? Maybe you do need to learn how to re-like your job or re-show up, right? And that requires you probably to go through a couple lessons that we've done in previous days, such as going ahead and allowing people to view you in a different light, like allowing their projections not to affect you, or holding space for, as you show up differently, for their projections to change of who you are, right? Same thing for if other people are showing up differently for you, because maybe we're part of a system that is holding the energy of this business or this service. Maybe we're holding this energy hostage and we're not allowing it to be fully engaged with the universe. So the card I pulled for today, and it's beautiful, is the goddess, I'm going to mispronounce this again, oh my gosh, Teotihuacan. I can't even pronounce this very well. I will let that show for you. Pause the video for a minute. Just take in the picture, what stands out to you. These messages from these cards are very subconscious, and they come to you more in the experience of what you're doing in the moment, like revelations. So it's kind of a helper, like an unseen helper. This card is very beautiful because it talks about recognizing, again, whether you are with the universe, like flowing with it, or if you're not. And it's here to help you to reorient that. So the guide is actually just saying she wants you to take the knowledge that you have and allow it to come through authenticity so that people can also learn from you. So you are a beacon of your experiences, of your wisdom, and the people that come to you are looking for that. Also, maybe you're going to somebody who has an experience that isn't a beacon for you to learn from, and that is also important. This card also is coming to the space of making sure that you're working with the universe. So if the universe is trying to work through you to show up for that, to redefine how authentic you're being in the moment. So this could even be in, let's just say, building an altar. That's another example. Building an altar. If I'm going to be very, very authentic in building an altar, and I'm going to be emotionally involved in this, then I'm not going to just willy-nilly build a space that is going to be disrespected, won't be dusted, won't be seen in the house. When we are presenting our complete authentic self, we are meant to be seen and be in the flow of when things come to you, to understand that wisdom that you're emanating from your authenticity, all of the trials and tribulations and work that you have done to come into your authentic moment is meant to be seen by someone, by many people perhaps. And part of that is also why you post for these challenges, is because you are a vessel for change as you're changing. And the integrity that you have with your change is palpable to people. When we stand up and we say, I am here to show up in my complete authentic self, my heart-centered self, to be aligned on my true path, people notice that. They also notice when I'm trying to shirk my duties, or when I'm trying to, be like, take the easy way out. Okay, when we're trying to take the easy way out, or we're trying to not completely just take the shortcuts. There we go. Take shortcuts to get what we need done. People notice that. And it shows up because the universe will send you somebody who is meant to recognize that you aren't living full out. And it's actually there so that you realize that you're not living full out, and so for you to change. So the assignment is, excuse me, it's pretty chilly out here, is for you to grab a few things that you do, whether it's an event, maybe you have an event being your job, your work, maybe you do artwork. There's something you're doing, it's an event for your life, and go even deeper into your authenticity for it. If you're a painter, why do you make that brush stroke? What are you thinking when you make that brush stroke? Is it just to get this picture done? Or is it so that somebody can enjoy it? Are you actually imbibing wisdom into your art? And that's another way to put that. So are you imbibing wisdom and your authenticity, your true energy into how you're serving the world? So re-examine a few places where you can show up with more authenticity and practice that. Really go deep into this one. This is a deep assignment and a powerful assignment that is meant to explore how you are able to change, your dedication to change, your dedication to the moment. And it gets you set up for a couple other things that are happening down the road in this challenge. So this is a very, very important one. If you're having trouble figuring out, like, how can I show up differently, think about where you're having suffering, where you're having miscommunications. Let's see, perhaps you are a business person, an entrepreneur or something of that nature, and you are looking for your clients. Well, the universe is sending every client that you're in alignment with to you, okay? Time is not relative, and in the linear fashion, it goes in all different directions. And so our understanding of time can be in the way and can sometimes cause us some grief. But if we're looking for clients, we're looking for more people to serve, then align with your soul, with your soul energy, with your complete authenticity to make that brushstroke of your painting be the most powerful stroke there is on the canvas. And if you do that 1,000,000 times or whatever it takes to complete that entire painting, then that painting is full of life experience and wisdom that everybody is going to be able to recognize. They're going to understand that you've done this so that you can be seen and understand that you are in flow with the world. Big powerfulness, right? Huge, huge. Everybody is going to have a different experience in this one, and I encourage you to choose ones that are more relative, as far as that can be more applicable to you, that can actually improve your life in this moment. Don't choose something that you're not going to utilize right away, okay? Yes, that's what I say. So for this challenge, if you're just now tuning in, please catch up from day one. You can just go to YouTube and go Shamanic Happiness Coach, see my face. I do have glasses on, but you see my face. I'm in a hat and I'm smiling and I'm having a good time. You'll see all the videos there, 1 through 16 now. Go ahead and repeat those, or go ahead and do those assignments at your leisure. If you have everything done by day number 30, then you are eligible for a prize. Free session with me, anything from Reiki coaching to shamanic session, up to you completely. For support, you can sign up with one of the classes. They're in the links of the previous descriptions. I am limited on the number of characters that I can put, so I can't always put the links in. What else? If you need to reach out and get more clarification, need some help, please go ahead and reach out to me. You can direct message me through Facebook. You can text me. Phone number is on the page as well. And also you can visit shamanichappinesscoach.com, my perfectly imperfect page that is constantly changing. So with that said, I guess it's time for you guys to get to work. Thank you for visiting some of my sacred space. Thank you for witnessing it, and I look forward to reading your posts. Yesterday was pretty powerful. A lot of people were able to identify identify their growth patterns and how they're moving through life, and that's just beautiful. I'm still getting to some of those some of those posts and commenting on them. So look for my comments, and I guess with light and love, namaste today. I will see you tomorrow for day number 17. Be prepared. Yay.